Hey, I'm Jeanette Lee, the Black Widow. Don't go anywhere. We've got profiles coming right up.
Welcome to Profiles. I'm Marley Hall. Today's guest is Jeanette Lee, one of the most recognizable figures in the world of professional pool. Her ability to devour her opponents and her tendency to wear all black earned her the nickname the Black Widow. Combining talent and good looks, ESPN called her one of the world's sexiest female athletes. After a short break, we'll join our host Mickey Burns as he welcomes the beautiful Jeanette Lee to Profiles. Welcome back to Profiles. Jeanette Lee is arguably one of the most recognizable pool players in the world, as revered for her sexy, flamboyant style, as her calculated strategy and marksman-like precision at the pool table. So let's join our host Mickey Burns on location from Ashford and Simpson Sugar Bar in the heart of New York City as he welcomes the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee, to Profiles.
Jeanette Lee, welcome to our show, Profiles.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
It's a pleasure meeting you, an honor actually.
Thank you.
Known as the Black Widow to millions of your adoring fans. Former #1 billiards player in the world. To start off, how did you get the nickname the Black Widow?
Well, I was actually being made fun of at a pool room that I used to play at. It was called Howard Beach Billiard Club. And they used to tease me because I wore black all the time, which I think is very common for New Yorkers, wearing a lot of black. And they would say that I would lure my opponents to the table and then eat them alive. So it was just kind of this running joke, but I got better so quickly, so the name just stuck.
Wow. Now, ESPN called you one of the world's sexiest female athletes. Mm-hmm. And due in part to your popularity, today women make up nearly 40% of amateur billiard players nationwide, which is a far cry from when you first started.
Absolutely. You were lucky to find women. And even if there were women, they were the kind of women that just kind of sat and watched their man play pool. And then if you asked them to play, they go, oh, no, I'm not good. Whereas now, they're like, come on, girl, let's go play some. And they'll pick up the cue stick and they'll... And that's what I tell everyone is a lot of guys, they don't care if they're good or bad. They're just having a good time and they do it. Whereas women, for some reason, if they're not good, they don't want to do it. But I think that that's changing. There's a lot more women that are proactive in what they want to do in life and what they want to experience. And I love it. I love to see so many more women playing.
Well, now, your rise to being #1 in the world was really an incredible feat, considering that at age 12, you were diagnosed with scoliosis.
Yes.
For our viewers who may not be familiar, what is scoliosis?
Scoliosis is a curvature of the spine. So, like most people who might have crooked teeth, mm-hmm. and you could simply wear braces. And some people, your teeth are a little crooked and you just deal with it. You don't really notice it. Mm. And some are so bad that you actually need braces on your teeth. Some need reconstruction. And so for me, I needed reconstruction. My spine was so bad that I had 2 curves that were both over 55 degrees crooked. Oh. So a brace wouldn't be good enough. I was 12. They were so bad that by the time I was 18, I would have been a pretzel. So went in, put in some metal rods, straightened out my back, and that was just the beginning.
It sure was. I read that in 2005, you underwent surgery one more time.
Actually, I've had 9 surgeries to date. The most recent
was in 2005.
My 9th surgery was in 2005. I had surgery on my neck, my shoulder, my back, my leg, multiple surgeries on my back to correct scoliosis, herniated disc, tumor, bursitis, bicep tendonitis. I've had quite a bit, and now from that I've developed degenerative disc disease, and I have arthritis, and I'm stiff every morning I wake up, but I've got so much spunk that it's okay.
Yeah, the spirit overcomes a lot of that pain, I'm sure. Now, besides the scoliosis problem, you grew up in Brooklyn.
That's right.
You were a Brooklyn gal,
mm-hmm.
and as a teenager, I read this. You struggled with self-esteem as a teenager, so I read. And you said, reflecting back on those days, you said, I constantly worried about what others thought of me and what I had to do to fit in. I never seemed cool enough, no matter how hard I tried. And in your book, you wrote, I was the runt of the litter, underweight and misunderstood.
There you go. You
All of
covered
that,
it.
all of that.
And I don't. First of all, I was born in a black neighborhood in Brooklyn where it was not. I would say probably lower class area. Not didn't have a lot of money. And I had my friends that were cool, but I also had the walk that was like 4 blocks to school every day, being called Ching Chong Chaliwan and Chinita Chinita, and whatever I could be called every single day of growing up. I mean, there was just a lot of that because wasn't a lot of Asians around, and I was really scrawny. I mean, compared to these women who by the time they were 9, they were like bada bing, bada boom, and I was just like walking my way to school with my skinny legs, and just I was concave when everyone else was growing, and there was just a lot of reasons. And my sister to me was just the most beautiful girl in the world, and intelligent and sharp. But really, if I look back, it was mostly self-imposed. I mean, aside from the racial comments every day, people didn't really make fun of me for being skinny. It was more what I was looking at and comparing myself to.
It was your own self-image.
Yeah. And my parents really never put pressure on me in that way. Yeah. So I realized that I just had very high standards for myself, and I was just very aware of what I wasn't. And because of that, never gave myself a chance to find out who I was. And it wasn't until I fell in love with pool that I really just didn't give a poop anymore. I just didn't care, and I got so just engrossed in just being great at this. And then I found that people respected that. The thing that we tend to draw ourselves to is that kind of confidence. And I'm not talking about cockiness, conceitedness, but of awareness of being who you are. And if you don't know, go out there and find it.
Now, my next question was, you're internationally recognized. When you were less recognizable, did you have a hustle of the players? Like you hustled me today?
I would never do something like that. I'm a sweet Brooklyn girl.
Never did?
Maybe.
I mean, when you were coming up, when you're trying to make money, I guess, right?
I can tell you this. I really never got much thrill out of taking a little boy's money. It just doesn't do it for me.
Sure.
If there's a cocky guy, has some money, he's looking to donate, I mean, sometimes you just have people that will look at me and watch me run out and run out and run out all over the table and still go, I could still beat her.
Really?
And I'm like, you know what?
Oh, my God. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And honestly, at the time that I was really first starting is when I gambled the most. And, I really never felt too bad about it because you really cannot take money from a guy who's not ready to take yours.
Good point.
So just hustling people for the sake of hustling really didn't do it for me.
Very good. 10 ball?
Yes. Dead center, don't try to make it anywhere, just nice and smooth, slow backswing and follow through. Piece of cake. That was great. That was awesome, right?
All right, now I'm fired up. You have
He's
one
a great
more?
student, I'm a great teacher.
You
what
are,
can I say?
you are.
All right.
Wow, you believe that?
I think we've got more for you here.